All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Moonduck coverage of the Royal Arena Group B group stages. Right now we have a best of two between ProDotA and Kaipi. I'm Android, being joined by Mottpax. How's it going, dude? Again, you are muted in TeamSpeak.
The irony. It was just going so great. I literally was just saying it was going so great because I remembered to turn on my Dota TV.
And
then look where we were.
Yeah, you know, Mottpax, you really got to step it up, dude.
I know, I really do. What can I say?
Well, let's get into the draft here. We got Batrider Ogre picked up for Kaipi. So they're going to be going pretty lane aggressive, just kind of getting that big old bulky team fight going. But ProDotA got the Dazzle and the Slark. Now, I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's interesting. Really early Slark reveal. Not the most, common thing these days, but when Batrider's already there, I think a lot of teams are realizing, like, if Batrider's picked in the first phase, Slark will be banned in the second phase. So honestly, what's the difference between picking him up now or after, right? Like, it's not going to make that big of a difference. Ogre Magi isn't exactly the greatest counter up against Slark anyway. He's kind of just like a giant slab of beef for him to steal a bunch of stats from in some point, or in some parts of the game, so it's okay to take Slark this early. Maybe he'll ban out some heroes. Already the Timbersaw is a great laner up against Slark, someone who's pretty standard, heading on in there, can take him down during the Shadow Dance. Maybe we'll see like a Disruptor or something banned out too, but I'm feeling alright with it.
All right, so, I mean, predictions for the rest of ProDota's draft, because Slark is obviously, you talked about the early reveal and how it's not that big of a deal, but it is something you kind of have to build around. You have to get that snowball going. What do you think their other support is going to be? Is it going to be something roaming? Is it going to be something to really complement the Slark in lane?
Yeah, I think the roaming is always going to be good. Of course, it's going to matter a lot about the mid laning here for Kaipi. Even that, like, the first pick in the next phase will be nice for Kaipi, or will be nice for ProDotA, no, but of course they're gonna have to start it off. So with Slark, it's basically like who can help you out when you get your Shadow Blade can always be nice. That could be a Vision hero like Ricky or Bounty Hunter, who are both still left in the pool, and that's certainly possible when you already have the Slark versus the Batrider, because you shouldn't need two supports in the lane. So pressuring in the mid is going to be very important already. So Ricky will get banned out, but again, Bounty Hunter could still be there. Not the best up against someone really beefy like Ogre Magi. It's hard for him to abuse. Could just be a nice physical damage support too. Like, even Venge, despite typically being a 5, could actually be kind of cool here just because you get the added benefit of the swap with the weave bonus.
Yeah, that's definitely something. I mean, when I see Dazzle, my mind just immediately jumps like, Huskar. Huskar's coming, he's coming. But Slark's already picked up. Is there a possibility to run both Slark and then like a Huskar mid, or is that just insanely greedy?
Honestly, if the IO wasn't banned out, I think that would super be a possibility. Like, if you just send IO Huskar mid, Dazzle Slark top, and some run-of-the-mill offlaner that's not going to die.
And there's just pain and fire all over the
Yeah,
map.
it's just like pretty much GG at that point.
All right, so Sand King going to be the pickup here. Just briefly, someone in chat reminded me, want to take a quick moment to talk about how the groups are oriented right now. There's Group A and Group B. Each has 4 teams in it. Only 4 teams total move on to the playoffs, so only the top 2 teams in each group get to move through. Currently in Group B, we have a 4-way tie. Every single match has resulted in a 1-1 split. They're all best of 2s. So if ProDotA or Kaipi go 2-0 here, they automatically move up to the top of their group, which is pretty great. But the loser will most likely not make the cut. They're most likely going to swing to the back of the pack and not make it through. This is the last match for ProDotA and the last match for Kaipi in the group. So, I mean, one of these teams has got to pull a 2-0 in order to make it so the group has any sort of ranking at all.
Right, yeah, or else we just get into some shenanigans. So
then you got a tie break for like 16 years.
Yeah, we'll just hope someone takes a 2-0 or something here today, just for the sake of the tourney.
All right.
Okay, well, the Darkseer pick, that is kind of interesting, right? They go with the Sand King, who typically is a pretty good hero to match up with the timing of Slark. One of the more reliable early game like Blink Dagger purchasers in terms of the offlaners in the current pool. But they go back for the Darkseer, and he doesn't have a setup position 5 for the Sand King, though. There's no Shadow Demon here to help him out. So it's going to be really hard for him to get those early burrow strikes. He's probably going to have to Caustic to start in the jungle. And that is up against a roaming Ogre Magi, who can also probably get in pretty deep. Now they have the Anti-Mage picked into that Darkseer, right? So they reveal the Darkseer, and then Kaipi say, well, you know who's really good in lane against Darkseer? Anti-Mage. Just gonna burn your mana.
Just no more
You
mana.
can't do
Ion
anything.
Shells kind of tickle a little bit because I'm going to go ahead and get shield anyway. I like that pick. I think Kaipi are going for a really controlled draft. ProDotA, especially with the early Slark, now the Sand King, they're just going for that, all right, win the lanes, push mid, let's get it done, you know, like 30-minute GG. And Kaipi are like, no, we're going to pick Ancient Apparition and sit back and get our level 16s. Then Anti-Mage is just going to farm for as long as you let him. Now, that ban on the Bloodseeker.
I think that might be an Alchemist that they're going to pick.
Okay, all right.
Bloodseeker is like one of the only heroes that can lane mid versus him and be a total jackass. The other crazy thing you could do would be go Faceless Void if Fluff is like super NA Dota meta right now and he wants to send like Wild Witch Doctor's Faceless Void mid. That would be pretty ham, but I would only say that just because of how well it worked with the AA, because currently they only have the Lasso to work with the AA, and Faceless Void would be pretty crazy. I don't know. That would be pretty intense. I'm much more down for the Alk.
Yeah, I'd really like the Alk, but that does like effectively corner Kaipi into like you have to play late game. Like you don't fight pre-20 minutes. Just sit back and lane and run away. And that does open the possibility for like Sand King Slark ganks that can start to put ProDotA ahead in those early levels.
Yeah, for sure. The slippery hero is still pretty decent this game, right? The only solid lockdown they have would be the Burrow Strike. So if they like Ember, he would be okay.
I think, yeah, you need some sort of reliable catch. The Searing Chains is nice, but it's pretty situational. I would want something with like a hard stun, but you kind of exhausted your possibilities. You already picked both supports. You already picked your safe lane core, so you can't go for something like a Sven. You can't go for that support Venge, so it's got to be that mid laner. There's not a whole lot of mid laners with built-in stuns spare the Alchemist. I mean, you could go for like a Dragon Knight, but that's just a little too slow rolling, I feel like.
Yeah, it doesn't really match up too nicely with your AM either. Actually, Invoker's not too bad. You would have the Sunstrike added in with the Ancient Apparition and whatnot, and let's go for a little bit more stable kind of mid-game of the puck. So, very high magic burst. Be helpful with the Batrider. Again, good mobility to keep up with the Batrider for the quick picks. Added element of decent AoE lockdown to help out with the Ice Blast.
Exactly. You get like 2 or 3 heroes in that Dream Coil AA, just lets it fly, and all of a sudden your Slark can't regen. I mean, the AA against the Slark, it seems like ProDotA were asking for that just with the early nature of their Slark pick.
That Bloodseeker band's really funny now. That's like up against a puck that's just kind of clowny almost, but
I mean,
it works.
Bloodseeker sucks. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to play against a hero either. I don't blame them.
A real piece of work Bloodseeker in one of my pubs yesterday. Ugh, it was terrible.
I will say, though, if you guys are tired of mid-alk, just pick Bloodseeker. That is so obnoxious.
But then you have a Bloodseeker in the game. That's just as bad.
You get so farmed. You just deny everything mid, and there's nothing Alk can do because he just keeps acid spraying, and you just keep getting a ton of HP. But alas, all right, ready for this mid-Warlock. Let's go. No. Well, actually, I don't know. It would help them beat out the Anti-Mage.
I mean, that's not the worst idea you've ever pitched.
Legion Commander.
They're going to go with a Legion here. Okie dokie. How is
this mid-Darkseer?
Is this mid-Slark? No, it's mid-Legion.
No, mid-Legion. Okay.
All right.
I suppose mid-Legion is still more common than mid-Darkseer. We've seen it a couple times, but...
No, I mean, it's one of Kefka's comfort heroes. Don't want to take that away from him.
Is it comfort against AM, Annie?
There's no comfort
question.
against AM. He just burns your magic. Good golly. Well, we'll have to see.
I guess they'll have to do like a mango Doubt Shield build and just like let your mana get burnt. Oh, this is gonna be so obnoxious. That's the problem with Darkseer though. He like can't lane without mana. He's not like your Slardars or something or your Axes that are like happy in that scenario.
Well, it's going to be a lot of rotating here. I think Kaipi are going to try one lane situation. I feel like they're going to figure out, oh shit, Darkseer is not having some fun. I feel like the lanes are going to get a little bit mobile here. I don't think it's going to be like, all right, here's our off lane, here's our safe lane, no one roams. We'll have to see. We are loading into the game now. Again, this is Group B of the Royal Arena qualifiers. Top 2 teams in the group move on to the playoffs happening next week. And, well, both teams hoping to seed. Again, all teams are tied in Group B, so a 2-0 here for either side could result in taking the top of the group or being kicked down bottom. It's a pretty important match here. Again, Kaipi versus ProDotA. I'm Android. That's Motpax. Let's get on with it. We got a smoke coming in through the bottom lane.
That's some pretty standard stuff at this point. Everyone's all about the smokes. early on in the game right now. Kaipi certainly prepared for it in the perfect positioning. Fluff can be the one to scout it out, then he runs into the rest of his team. He's an ogre, so he doesn't care.
Oh, here we go.
I'm an ogre.
Dude,
like, that's literally what he just says.
Some serious hate for Ogre Magi. Now, come with me goes in. There's going to be that Ion Shell on him, so Sing Sing actually taking a decent amount of damage from that. But come with me. Now, going to gobble his way through the trees. Bone 7, hot on his heels, has that blink, going in, securing the first blood. Couriers are dying. Everything's going down. Somehow, AA drops as well. There's going to be that coil coming back on through. Illusory Orb not going to connect. Now, here, the Ogre's actually getting low, but the Dazzle's the one that burns. And Ping, he's still going in. He's got that Ion Shell helping him out. Sing, going to be going down. Double kill for the Darkseer. Ion Shells are so freaking good, level 1. Now, nice little pounce onto the Coon here. 3-3, taking it. And can Ping Vinsec come back in? It drops down those overwhelming odds. And they don't have the tools to get back on top of him. The Anti-Mage already bailed out, so it looks like this could be the end. But Dazzle, hit him with the sticks, dude. Go on. One more. Nope, miss. Okay. I think it's a little bit greedy to go dive under tower just yet at 11 seconds in the game, but that was certainly an opening here. 2-3 is the overall score, slightly favoring ProDotA, and importantly, a huge amount of farm went to Kefka just because of those Ion Shell kills.
Yeah, that is really nice. So him and Come With Me, buddy. They went Mega Poverty on the Dazzle, so that means you got early boots on Come With Me. So this is good. It'll be our dual off-lane style, so it kind of makes sense with Sand King now being meta. And you can pick him up and then swap him over to this position for role. It's kind of like your Night Stalkers or Spirit Breakers, but Kefka now losing his clarity. That's depressing.
Come With Me goes in a little bit deep there. There is going to be that Burrow Strike out, but you've still got Anti-Mage on your heels. The Surge comes in, and that's going to end up saving a little Sand King, but it already looks like a really tough lane for the Sand King Darkseer, even with Darkseer's 2 kills before laning phase.
Yeah. I don't know. There's really not much you can do in the earliest points. Like, once there's like level 2 or 3 Ion Shell, things will get a little bit better.
Alright, so we got Garter up here on our Slark going up against the Batrider. He's got a little bit of help from the Dazzle. How do you think that lane's going to pan out? Is the Slark going to get a ton of farm, or is Batrider just going to keep squirting him with Napalm, running him through the fire, and have him burn down?
He should be totally fine. It's the ideal carry pick up against the Batrider. I think probably number 1, even better than, Slark usually gets banned out, and we have to go for like Lifestealer or the Juggernaut, so I think they're happy with it right now.
Oh, Pounce connects. He's able to get off his Firefly, so that's going to be a safe little Batrider. In fact, he's looking to reinitiate just a little bit, pop out some Napalm, run Dazzle into the flames, but that's it's going to be the Coon just on his toes for the entire laning phase, because he knows if he gets pounced and doesn't have Firefly up, well, he's kind of screwed.
All that matters is forcing out Firefly, and once that happens, it's just 40 seconds of freedom. So all he can do is go back and stack this camp. Can't quite get there in time. He's not even going to get the rune. Oh, tough life right now.
Oh, all right. So let's talk about our mid here. A little bit unorthodox. We got a mid Legion commander. I mean, that's an achievement in itself, especially going up against what you know is a mid puck, just going in there, spraying out some burst damage. So, I mean, how's this going to pan out?
Mid Legion was something that was theory crafted ever since the hero came out.
Sorry, I got excited.
No, that's okay. Mid lane Ping's getting some hate too. But it was something that people have always been saying could be really good, and it is nice against certain matchups. Of course, anything with like summons and whatnot is pretty baller. But up against a puck too, there's not really a high chance you can be able to phase shift the damage out from overwhelming odds. So you can pretty well safely max it and just keep spamming at the puck. So bottle crowing is gonna be nice for the Legion commander to make her life pretty easy. And once you get into like a poor man shield or something, you're pretty survivable up against Sing Sing. So I would favor the Legion in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
these things already got the double null too, because he really needs to help in lane.
Fluff coming back in. Nice deep dive here. They bring in the Dazzle. The Poison Touch not going to latch onto the puck here, and Ping actually going in for the chase. Going to be just a little heal coming out, and Puck's going to easily salve up. I mean, this game is so peculiar. It's like right before the horn, it was just a bloodbath. Everyone jump on everyone. The fight never stops. And now that we're actually in laning phase, everyone's like, all right, sit back, get farm, don't touch each other, be respectful. Hopefully we'll see the heat turned up a little bit.
It's Fluff's been putting in the work though. Like, he's mid, he's top. Yeah, the card is fine. But this is why the AM pick into the Darkseer is again really nice. It's all about the lanes. Of course, AM, pretty important in the overall game plan because you have to play quite a bit around him. But it gives you a big reason to pick him when you know that it means that your supports can roam so easily. It's just like the Slark versus the Batrider. Only one support ever needs to be here to make sure your carry is going to be totally fine.
All right, we've got a bit of a situation here as the Queen going to be flapping away. There's a Burrow Strike to hold him in place, and Garter's going to reinitiate there. Looks like 3-3 in some serious trouble here. He's trying to get whatever he can done. Come with me. Not going to burn from that. 2 stacks of napalm, but not enough fire to burn down the bugs. So it looks like that's just going to be a quick pause coming out here as well, Sing Sing just wants to cheer about that bounty run he just picked up.
Yeah, that kill with Come With Me is super important too, just because they committed a lot of resources into him early. He got the brown boots, he went bottom, died right away, and then he's stuck with just Burrow Strike, so he can't even go to like any sort of a caustic finale to get level 2. It's like a medium camp or something, and just now he's finally having an impact 4 minutes in. So I'm sure he's feeling a little bit better about himself.
Oh yeah. So our Bone 7 here, he's doing pretty well, going for that Battle Fury build, of course, and he's getting a decent amount of farm in terms of last hits. Him and Puck tied up there for the top spot. Now you've got a hasted AA. God, his haste animation so stupid. Now they're going to be going in onto this Darkseer. He's fresh out of mana. Going to be chasing down Bambo. Bambo drops in the Frost Fingers here. Cold Feet. This time not going to be enough, as our Darkseer just had enough mana with that stick to be able to run away with the Surge.
Did he mango too?
I
think he did.
I think
someone
he did.
mangoed.
Yeah, stick with like 3 charges does not seem like enough. But either way, even through the mana burn, he had enough burst mana, I guess is that the term, to
it's just
to be able to surge away. Now Garter,
it's really important that his mango's down now, though.
Always thinking about it here. There's going to be Fluff coming back in. This is a very weird engagement here. There's going to be a Poison Touch onto our Bat Rider. Now it looks like there's going to be an attempt to back out. No leap here from Garter. So just going to be trying to steal up this farm. No blood, really, but a lot of bodies nearby. Garter actually getting a little bit low. He's only level 5. Doesn't have that 6. Can they punish with Fluff? He's got that Ignite ready to go. And now Garter's getting super, super low. They're going to try to initiate here with AA as the Dazzle is not able to go through. Not going to grave himself, but will he live? There we go. One more shot from the Bat Rider gets him down. Now Scorpion next on the menu, but it looks like they're content with their single pick off. Bat Rider just going in, spraying out the napalm, but I think they just want to take these neutrals and back off feeling accomplished.
So this is how we are seeing that early Slark pick punish, though, right? Fluff pounced on. Level 2 Burrow. It's going to be close.
I think he's dead. There we go.
Yeah, he's good.
Now Bat Rider actually
the help
sandwiched between
there.
3 dire heroes. They're all fresh out of mana, fresh out of drive, so 3-3 just going to be able to plop down a couple of cute little wards there and get back to safety. Now down bottom, our Darkseer, I mean, he's doing pretty well in terms of overall CS. Picked up 25. He's still got those 2 kills right from the start of the game, but item progression's been a little bit slow. He'd like to be a little more up in the wave. He could definitely have level 6 if he hadn't had to back from Anti-Mage so often.
Yeah, and speaking of level 6, with Bone 7 having that, that's when life's really tough for Kefka, because he has to be super cautious about his mana management. They're still denying themselves over the map here.
Yeah.
But you can see, like, with the AM, like, the supports that were revealed earlier on for ProDotA, they can't pressure an Anti-Mage. If they just run down, the supports are going to beat you out from the side of Kaipi.
Whereas the supports beating you out here, Kefka just going in. There's an Ogre right there, but doesn't opt to drop the Ignite. He's just observing, just sitting back here. There's going to be a TP down from the Ancient Apparition.
Slow.
Can they actually get the slow in time? Come on, boy. Yeah, they got it. There's going to be a surge on through. He's now fresh out of mana, but again, they just can't keep up the chase. They need that hard stun. I'm actually a little surprised Ogre hasn't picked up that 1 point in Fire Blast. Hopefully, level 4, he'll grab it up.
Yeah, mid lane, come with me. This is kind of close. If Sing Sing's caught in the wave.
Ooh.
All right, they might have to wait for another one now.
Oh, with the overwhelming odds hit, though, they are able to go through the duel coming in. Oh, yeah, you can't phase shift out of that one. Going to be some hot garbage sprayed out onto the Scorpion, but he's just going to be able to get back safely. Nice little duel there for a Legion commander, pretty much securing mid as a Legion favorite lane. She's doing good. Those raindrops against the Puck Magic Burst is really paying off.
Yeah, worth noting that Sing Sing is crushing on the last hits, though, so even with the death, he's not too far behind. But Pinwheat also didn't invest too heavily in the lane. He didn't go into like the poor man shield. All he did was bottle crow the entire time, and he has brown boots. He didn't buy any items to help him do better there, and that just means the blink dagger is going to come online earlier, assuming that's what he goes for, and they're just going to like really match up nicely with his Slayer.
What a weird little standoff here. Come with me. Is going to get hard stun. We do have that Fire Blast pickup. He's going to go try to Burrow Strike away, but ends up breaking the Dream Coil. You bring in Bone 7, Anti-Mage fighting.
He is duel up.
Pre-Battle Fury is a little bit of a rarity here, but Bone 7, he really wants to participate, as it's difficult for him to just stay farming up against these Ion Shells. All right, back towards our mid. You got our Hasted Legion. She's just all the way in this. Again, has the duel available. There's going to be a Sand King with the Burrow Strike back up, but losing a duel is just such a huge risk, so she's going to back off and continue to farm up, and try to get that farm disparity a little bit evened out.
Yeah, I mean, once Dream Coil was down, you see that haste through, and you're like, well, they can't punish me. I might as well go like, fish around, see if I can find a nice overwhelming odds on like a camp or something, get a quick duel and run out. Oh, yo, did he dodge that? That's actually
yeah, no,
so
dude,
hard to
the
dodge.
phase shifts have been super on point. He dodged out a poison touch. He's dodged out a couple of overwhelming odds. So our puck's Gucci. Just got to make sure he gets enough net worth, gets those kills starting in, because he's still killless. 2 deaths and 2 assists, but nothing really for himself. Now down bottom Fluff, gonna get Burrow struck up. I mean, this could be the end. He's gonna walk through the wall and has to deal with a surged up ion shelled ogre. God, he gets killed by himself. That drags.
That's the Darkseer plays right there. That's Kefka playing this hero just all the time. I love seeing people do that one.
Ugh, it's so frustrating. You're like, no, stop hitting yourself. Oh, all right, down bottom, Bambo. Oh God, they know he's there. He's just gonna get one snip of the pincers here. Even just the caustic finale might be enough right now. And yeah, I mean, they pop out those cold feet, but that's gonna be no trouble. So all of a sudden, ProDotA doing very well in terms of kill score. Net worth is starting to favor our Slark at the top of the charts because he's had that safe farm. He's been able to take a couple stacks here without a whole lot of contest. His Batrider kind of bailed out into the jungle just a little bit. So overall net worth now going to be about 2,000 or 1,500 rather in favor of ProDotA.
I was just thinking one thing we didn't kind of comment on is the fact that it's Bambo on the AA and Fluff on the Ogre. I mean, considering, you know, Ogre is such a I'm going to dive
I've seen
you.
some Bambo AA before.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like, I mean, with Fluff, he's like usually kind of that more poverty guy. So I guess it just shows that they're way more comfortable getting the gold and whatnot on Bambo.
Legion Commander double damaged up, doesn't have her blink, but if they can even just connect onto the AA, this guy's like a 3-shotter. He's got 660 total HP, 3 armor, and now Ping just wrapping around.
No
Bambo
TP.
knows. Oh God, he's crawling into the woods. Oh, but he's just the most dead. There's 3 heroes there to witness a war crime. Alright, tower going to be going down, gets to the Sand King, and now he's going to be feeling a little bit rich, almost 1,000 gold. Do we see, first item Blink Sand King, or are we going to have some pit stops along the way?
I would just go Blink. I don't think he has to go 8th or anything. He already has his Tranquil Boots. He's got 900 gold. Game's going well. He's jungling a bit with an Ion Shell handed over to him by his buddy. Yeah, he's going to have a ton of control now in this area. Yeah, you think about how like Beastmaster comes down and he farms this whole area and he takes the jungle and does his thing. But the Darkseer and the Sand King, they can kind of do both at the same time, like pressuring that the lane itself into the tower. There's not the best catch yet until there's a Blink Dagger up on Sing Sing, so they're pretty free to kind of own this whole part of the map, and that's really going to hurt 3-3 here as he tries to catch up with that Blink. He's almost there, though.
And he's gonna do a lot once that blink comes out. Who's the ideal lasso
God.
target?
Oh
God, it looks like it hurts. There's gonna be a puck coming in. Could drop the Dream Coil, but the Epi already there. It is not gonna be a dual victory, but at least they get a kill, and now they're looking for a reinitiation here. Ace Blast is gonna clip onto only our Sand King Ogre once again, walking through the wall, just exploring the boundaries, and now it looks like that's just gonna be Dire exerting a pretty large lead on this laning phase.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess like the pressure just not quite there on top. Oh, again.
Oh, Sing Sing. Okay, he's got Illusory Orb in 5 seconds. Should be able to get away from this one, but that's pretty risky. Again, Legion has that blink, so you've got to be really aware of that gap close.
Yeah, now we're just waiting on Garter, right? He's already got the Claymore. He's almost up into the Amulet, so Shadowblade virtually online here. Fluff's being gone on. Kefka's being chased. There's action everywhere.
Everything's paid. Mid lane, we've got a duel. Looks like the Ogre is going to go down, helping Legion Commander accelerate even more. Now Kefka fresh out of Surges, so it is going to be a 1-1 trade globally. Darkseer perhaps the more important kill, because now the pressure on the bot lane stops for just a little bit. Over here in the side jungle, Bambo. Oh, he's going to eat it here. Come with me, going back on through, but doesn't have anything else to work with. Just one more snip. Caustic. Caustic. Oh, God. Oh, is he actually going to get through this? Drinks the bottle. Sing Sing gives him life. Oh, God, the one bottle sip got it through. Nope.
Oh, and then the beaver poison.
It was
that's so depressing.
It was so close. He almost lived.
Level 1 poison touch, boys.
It's too good. Oh God, that's so demoralizing. We've all been that hero, like, oh God, I'm so low, and then you end up living and you feel fantastic, and then you just drop. Oh, that's some serious mind games here. Now Garter on our top net worth Slark has that Shadow Blade ready to fly into himself. That's going to accelerate things a little bit. Legion coming in, dropping the duel immediately for Bone 7. It looks like the duel is going to be
I think, yeah,
Go
she
on
got
the way.
win.
She got the win, but then just immediately drops, giving Batrider a double kill. Now he's feeling good. Got 1,600 gold on top of his blink, so he's getting towards that 4-staff.
Holy shit. He, like, just bought that blink. That's
he did. Yeah, that's
crazy.
just a double kill on some pretty high-value targets. I mean, Legion's bounty alone was 400. Then you get the kill on Sand King for 300. Now, Garter's looking to take that gold right back. There's going to be a brief stun, but purged off by the Slark, rather. Fluff just going to try to TP out. He's clapping, but not going to make it out in time.
Oh, Shadowblade now revealed. Would have loved to get 3-3 right there, but Fluff will be enough. Try and keep this Slark ball rolling. Kefka, he went for the Veil first. Obviously not the most common Darkseer item first. Probably like the, I guess fourth, right? Because it would be like in order, Mech, Blink, then Pipe. Probably the three most
Now give me those Greaves, dude.
dual
You gotta
ones,
get the
but
Arcanes.
It's nice for Come With Me, though, so he can go into a Blink and be really effective when he actually has it.
Speaking of that, we're trying it. We got the Epi going, the duel as well. AA Blast. I mean, it's going to connect onto two heroes, but where's the follow-up? Puck a little bit hesitant to dive forward again just because there is so much burst damage coming out of these two heroes. So it's looking like with the Anti-Mage dropping twice in a row, Kaipi are starting to lose their grip on this.
Yeah. Smokes and Observers are just working out so nicely for the Dire side, setting everything up, able to Burrow Strike just from the high ground, no Blink required on Come With Me, and then the easy follow-up from Pingman Check.
Oh,
And
Garter.
they're looking to just roll with Slark.
Slarky's going in, showing off that cute little Shadow Blade. They go into Fluff. It's a tanky target, but a cute little kill nonetheless. Can they actually finish him off here? Dream Coil gonna make things difficult. Ogre drops. They are gonna lose their Sand King, though. Jump forward again. Garter one-shots that AA. There is gonna be a lasso here onto the Sand King, dragged back by the vacuum. And it looks like he might be able to get out of this. Has that Grave onto Ping, but he's burning here. And Anti-Mage jumping after him is able to get the kill. So Anti-Mage joins the party, gets something done. Now he's against 3.
Oh.
Nice little ulti, taking out 2. And they're looking for more. Kefka, the lone survivor there. What the... Dude, Moppax, can you analyze me that fight?
It's not too often that it's not Darkseer that gets dumpstered with the Mana Void, you know? Like,
Oh god, that thing just...
often is-
That was like a fucking TNT going off. That was crazy.
that was 2,000 gold to an Anti-Mage.
Oh god.
That is how you get back into this game without question. That's crazy. 2,028 gold, 3,000 experience solo to him. Thanks to that.
All right,
Wow.
so Anti-Mage starting to pull his weight for the team there. That one little Mana Void actually puts him back on the top of the chart in terms of net worth.
That comes back to this Veil over Mech, though, honestly. It's really good for the ganks, and it's understandable when you have a Dazzle for the sustain and whatnot, but Dazzle can only do so much during the fights. If you consider how much they're diving towers and whatnot, and even with Press the Attack and the natural tankability of a Slark, as Viva appears to be quite dead. No grave TP
I think on a
allowed.
scale of 1 to dead, he's just about dead.
Indubitably.
Thanks,
But
man. Glad we could share
not
that
having
moment.
like that defensive item when you're diving so deep, it hurts.
All
I
right,
don't know.
so,
I haven't seen the Mega Veil value quite yet.
I mean, it's coming. It's definitely coming. We'll see. Maybe during the next
Problem
big
is,
fight.
He needs Pipe though. Like he needs Pipe, Greaves, and like so you have to buy a mech eventually anyway. You're up against the silence of the Puck. It seems unlikely you're not going to purchase Greaves. You want the Pipe pretty heavily up against AA, Ogre Magi, Puck, and Batrider. Like the odds of not getting a Pipe are pretty low this game.
All right, Bambo. Going into some risky territory. There's going to be a Batrider leading the charge. What? Okay.
Or
so
Sephiroth Strike action.
that was pretty cool. All right, Garter's now stuck on the cliff here. There's not much he can do to get down. He's actually going to end up burning. 3-3, getting super low, but he's able to blink away, able to get out of this. Now Sing Sing may have to back. There's going to be a Burrow Strike. Clips onto Fluff. Fluff looks like he's going to eat it at the cost of the team. Ping Vinchek, a little bit of split target syndrome, going to get stunned up. I think Fluff is still dead, though. Overwhelming odds clips him. Bambo, you can do it, man. You got that urn. You got that urn. Oh, you don't
Oh,
got
come on.
it.
How do you not wait for the duel?
I don't know. Greedy.
Where's the fave?
Greedy. Either way, they got him down. It's going to be both supports dead for about 30 seconds. And Kaipi, I mean, they're getting their momentum there with their Anti-Mage. It's clearly a late game hero. He's got his Battle Fury. Looks like he's going in towards that Yasha to get up the Manta style. But it's still a long way to go before Anti-Mage really feels in charge. Now 3-3, just walking in there. I don't think this duel's going to take. He will eventually drop. It's not going to be a duel victory, but now Sing Sing's in some trouble. 2 for the price of 1. Don't really know what that was.
Yeah, without Ice Blast, these fights are obviously much more difficult. So the whole like start out with Dream Coil or start out with Lasso into the Ice Blast, how they're going to win all these fights. And honestly, that's probably why Kefka's so hesitant to go into something like the Mechanism. Someone might have piped though, to be frank. But if scrappier engagements, you've got Sand King, you got Legion Commander, you got to think ProDotA are happy.
Here we go. Here's our Veil coming in. They get the kill on the AA. There is going to be a nice little latch here onto Kefka. He's slowly but surely ticking down. Now Bone 7 wants to get his paws on him, but there's going to be an early grave just to keep Bone 7 back. So
yeah, don't want to see the Mana Void come out.
I mean, they learned their lesson
like,
there.
Please.
They're still clenching from the last time. Now TP out from the Dazzle, just getting back, resetting. Again, overall net worth going to be dipping over 7,500 in favor of ProDotA now. Our levels, pretty similar story. So let's just check out who's level and what. You've got your 2 supports on the side of Kaipi that don't yet have their level 2 ulti. That's pretty critical. I mean, Ogre, yeah, he can't ding as much, but you've really got to get that AA Ice Blast up as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we all know, like, AA being one of the greedier supports that's even out there, one of the rare ones to actually buy the Midas. And so it's not too shocking to see Bambo playing, because we all know he likes to be a little bit greedier, but it's so just not my Bambo Dota. Like, what's happening? Where's my Night Stalker, Spirit Breaker, Earthshaker? Like, this is just... It's so weird to watch this.
All right, you're about to see some death and destruction coming in. We got a full smoke up. We got Duel at the ready. We got Slark thinking about invading some territory, but there is a smoke gank going the other way. I thought they were going to bop into each other mid lane. But just moving around here. We got some vision being placed up. There's going to be a scan out from the Radiant, but not going to be too fruitful. Now, well, our smoked up boys just clearing out the jungle, getting a little bit of vision, maybe trying to push in mid, but they still got a tier 1 to go. Bit of some quirky positioning as they're very aware that their bottom tower is getting snipped on. So, well, I guess they're trying to go for that tier 2 trade. Bone 7 doing some decent work on that, but their tower's going down, and there's going to be some TP rotations back. You can count on that.
This favors ProDotA pretty heavily, I would say.
Yeah,
because
that's complete Roche control now.
And any sort of a fight that occurs in a box, like when you're pushing a tower, you fight in a box. And up against Ancient Apparition and Puck, if you know the box that ProDotA is forced to play in, that's like where Kaipi wants to be. This kind of situation is much more difficult to execute with Ice Blast and Dream Coil and whatnot.
Alright, that was a bit of a late reaction with the TPs. Looks like they're going to try to stranglehold him after the tower goes down. You have Kefka. He's got his wall. He's going to get silenced immediately. Now Sing Sing, he's thinking about it. He's got that Dream Coil, only latches onto the duel. But there we go. Nice little Ice Blast. There is going to be an epicenter. Everyone's burning. It looks like it's painful. Now there is going to be Legion Commander going down, but 4 heroes on Kaipi. They're not going to be able to stop Fluff from TPing out, but still a really successful fight overall. How'd Legion die? She just,
I believe it was
Anti-Mage got her.
2,000, damage thrown out by Anti-Mage. It was like a 1,500 damage Mana Void.
Yeah.
Kind of standard stuff. I don't know. They're trying to burst him down in time. It's the only saving grace right now for the Radiant side.
Yeah, even with the Legion Death, and the Legion Death pretty early on, I mean, 4 heroes still going down, including the AM. If AM had lived, that could have been an equal fight, but it's still going to be more gold and a ton more experience going the way of ProDotA, so our overall net worth chart, it's starting to fall. We had that one little blip, the little hope where Legion Commander went down and Anti-Mage did something there with that double Mana Void, but it's been slow going since then. So
Fluff jump bottom, possibly here. I don't know, this is a lot.
He's trying, he gets a little stun. There is going to be a nice little Ice Blast latching onto, the Force Staff. Not going to save him here. He stops the regen, but he's still got plenty of health.
Back to that fight top though.
Oh god. Sorry. Did not feel that one coming on. Alright. What were you saying?
Sounded like Jigglypuff and Melee or something right there. I don't know. That was something else. Anyway,
called a bitch sneeze.
Little sound bites being coming out here on the moonducktv channel. But the way it's like disorganized fighting, Sing Sing, come on, you're fine, right?
Sing Sing, dude, please relax.
This is where they want to fight. Ice Blasts come in. Look where you have to fight. Instead, when it's that scrappy engagement up top, all you can do is throw Ice Blast at the duel and hit. He happens to hit 2 enemies that time. All you can do is really guarantee that you're going to get Pingvin check near the end of it. But if you can force ProDotA in a situation where they have to come to a tower and you're waiting there, you have Batrider, you have Puck. If you get a 3-man Dream Coil, that's a 3-man Ice Blast. That's where Kaipi need to be engaging, and I can understand pushing the envelope, trying to chat with the Anti-Mage, trying to find that fight that they're not expecting so much on the side of ProDotA, but it's just so much harder to execute.
Alright, so let's see what's going down here. It looks like just to move up mid, you got a really smoked up team. Like it's all protect Bone 7 at this point, because he really is the most farmed by a lot. It's Bone 7, then 4 heroes, and then your puck, and that's not a great place to be. They cannot afford to lose Bone 7 here. Dream Coil only connecting onto the Sand King. Vision is not going to be an issue. They got the sentry, so it looks like Come With Me going to be dropping down. There is going to be an Ice Blast, complete whiff on that one. Now there's a vacuum in through the wall. Kefka getting real low, going to get mana voided down. So far, Kaipi are looking good. It's all about getting out without casualties now. Sing Sing reinitiates, going to be able to illusory orb action, get back safe. This is exactly what Kaipi need. They need to go in, they need to get small little pickoffs and not lose anything in return. So yeah, it's not a Slark, it's not a Legion, but the fact that they're able to go in with 1 smoke and convert that to 2 kills, that's fantastic.
Yeah, a little bit of savior buddy syndrome, I think, from Kefka there. Jumping in, just being like, oh, I got you, man. We can fight this. Like, I can get a 3-man back, but Penguin Check not really close enough. And then it was actually close to losing even more heroes because Penguin Check was going to blink in, but he gets stopped by the Batrider fire. And he's like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't blink in anyway. Yeah, quick pick there. If ProDotA, like, play more as 5, I'm not sure what Kaipi can do. Like, it's not necessarily grouped up where you're all within Ice Blast range, right? But maybe being a little bit closer together might be where you'll see them rotate too.
Alright, a little Dazzle coming back in. I mean, he's got the makings of what looks to be a Glimmer Cape, unless he's going for, like, Hood or something YOLO like that. But he's going to have to deal with Bone 7 coming in, burning up that mana Force Staff away. But they do have the Dream Coil dropped out for just a Dazzle. He's going to go Grave TP. Ain't nothing they can do to stop that. A little blast is a little bit too late, so it's like Flame Break not going to save the day here. The hard stun's a little bit lacking. All right, Lasso.
Rest in peace, Flame Break. Flame Break in 2016.
Dude, it's a good spell. You shut your mouth. All right, they're going to be going in. Ice Blast. Oh, not going to clip. Cute little jukes as they bring in Garter. Oh god, the mind games. Dude, it's happening. Bone 7 going to be running past that Slark in his ulti form. He's going to be getting back his HP. Now, Bone 7 going forward for this. He's going to have to deal with a Lotus Orb BKB Slark. Not something you want to do. Meanwhile, there's going to be an Epicenter going in, polishing off Bambo. Bambo is able to Force Staff out. There's going to be that little Veil dropped in, so magic damage is going to hurt a little bit more, but I think the fight might be over unless they can find like a Blink Burrow Strike of the Century here on that Sand King. No, it's all over.
Yeah, Bone 7's just clicking heroes, checking mana pools, though, and Garter was close. A couple nice saves there just to make sure he wasn't getting mana voided, because he was super low. Bone 7 just goes back to the old split push game. Of course, he is still on top of the chart.
It's him versus the world, honestly, because your puck, while doing all right here, is getting a lot of single-man Dream Coils. Hasn't really found that second big item. Goes for the Veil, has the Blink, Force Staff / Yules. Not going to be online yet, so Anti-Mage just got to pull the weight until his team's able to catch up, and that gets harder and harder as the game goes on. Legion sitting on 64 dual damage, has a Blade Mail now and almost 3,000 more gold. What do you think the next item's going to be out of her?
Pretty hard not to go BKB this game, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the team on Kaipi. Just, it's all magic, baby. You can avoid the mana burn at the same time, and of course that mana void's been doing a little bit of work. I don't know if you guys noticed. So might be pretty handy to be able to BKB dual people.
Yeah, now we've got a little chase down here. Garter, he's invis. Oh god, the illusion rune ran away. Bone 7, he's pinging, he's confused, he's frightened. We're just gonna be able to chunk down these Slark illusions. Down here we got Dazzle sitting near that Tinker Ward cliff. He's just
Ooh, they're gonna go for it.
Alright.
Dire didn't have vision of this.
Yeah, there's no Dire Wards up, nothing on this side.
Where's the Bloodlust? Oh, it is on. Okay, I just couldn't see the animation. I got a little scared there.
Yeah, he's got it. I like that little icon for it. I don't see this set too often. Now we're going to have a rotation in. Garter, he thinks something's up. He's going to be going back in, but punished immediately. He's got the BKB now. Bone 7 actually dropping a little bit low. There's going to be a Dream Coil. No one gets clipped by the Ice Blast. Now they're moving forward. Sing Sing on the back lines trying to do something. Batrider able to fly up onto the cliff. The Mana Void comes in, but there's a duel. Nice quick win there for Ping. He's going to be going down, though. Got that negative earn, and Puck should be able to finish him off. They are able to get down the Legion. That's going to be a 2 for 2 right now. Dire still looking to reinitiate onto the Radiant Heroes as they run away. It's going to be a slowed down Coon. He's going to go try to get out of here, but gets easily punished. Really easy kill right there. And the only survivors up top, we've got our Puck able to TP out on this cliff. And down bottom, we've got a TP out from our Ogre. So it looks like it's going to be a free Roche for ProDotA.
Yeah, it's really important they keep focusing down this Anti-Mage, though. Like, if these fights end and AM doesn't die, that's when things get really scary. He just suddenly gets, like, a free half item or something. The split push gets a little bit difficult to control. So, well played by ProDotA. To sniff out this Roche attempt. Come on in. I should be able to clean it up with ease here. They're gonna try and do some Sing Sing plays. I know Sing Sing's buying out items, guys.
Oh shit!
I think
It's getting
he might
real.
be going in.
He's thinking about it. Roche, they're trying to stack him up at that 39-minute mark. All right, so we are gonna have an ice
really
blast.
nice dodge of the ice blast.
Oh god! Oh no! Puck able to go and blink out, but I mean his attempts have been thwarted here. He's still getting real low. There is gonna be that poison touch. Does it do it again? He's gonna be blinking back. He's still alive. He's drinking up his bottle for all it's worth. That was within half a second of killing him right there.
And back in the pit we go. So they know Ice Blast is cool just for a little bit longer. And I'm sure they're fully aware it's going to be coming right back in the second it's off, but they get roasted before that happens. So
now Garter with an Aegis. I mean, this guy's only died twice, and a lot of that was in the earlier part of the game here. So he's now got BKB, Echo Saber, Shadow Blade. He's got 2,200 more gold and an Aegis. How do you stop this Lark?
I hope you can pick him off solo pushing or something, but you know, obviously not too easy up against a Slark when you're Bat Rider. There's a reason people counterpick this hero. It's not just that whole laning stage thing, and later on it gets even more frustrating with Lasso, and you're trying to bait out the Dark Pack first. And yeah, it's all about mind games and hoping you don't look like an idiot in front of your entire team and lose the game. Classic stuff right there. It's like being Bat Rider against illusion heroes.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Kefka's build here. You had your reservations about the Veil. What do you think about immediately slapping into that Lotus Orb?
Wait, I mean, it's kind of like Greaves, but it makes sense, I suppose, right? You use a lot of healing advantages up against Ancient Apparition, so the Lotus Orb is going to help you up against the Silence. From the Puck, it's going to help against the Lasso.
Oh, Bone 7.
Pretty solid.
He's thinking about it. He's crawling around the jungle. They've got 3-3 to follow up. They're going to get Garter down. They need an Ice Blast to follow up so that the Garter can't just go and ult. It looks like the Ice Blast is going to be here. It's going to clip onto 3. Nice job there. There's going to be a Dream Coil to follow up as well. They get the stun. Who do they focus now? Kefka. He's going to be going in. Fluff going to get stunned up here by Garter. Moving forward with that Basher, doing some serious work. They get down the Ogre on the back lines. Kefka escapes within an inch of his life. Nice little wall there to buy himself some time. And Bone 7 on the run. I think he's able to get out safely. But the rest of the Dire clearly not putting up with any of this nonsense.
Yeah, Biva just holding that pipe until the perfect moment. Ice Blast comes in, pops it out, saves 3 of his allies, I think. I'm pretty sure Sanking definitely went down. Kefka certainly would have. So, always nice when your supports get rich enough to buy some serious items so you don't have to with someone like a Darkseer, allowing him to go back in towards that Lotus Orb. Push continues, the Aegis remains. Still lots of time left to work with that one. Down bottom.
Oh,
good choice.
Here. Jewel going in, got that blade mail. Bone 7 is going to go down just in time. Nice participation by the rest of his team, allowing for Legion now to pick up 96 dual damage overall. Got a lot of mech auras going on. Do we have... No, I don't have double mechs. Okay, got confused there for a second. That Garter, I mean, he's starting to chip away at this tier 3 tower, not feeling real scared. He's going to get 4 staff back again. He's got that Shadow Blade for easy escape and heals, I mean, abundant heals here. Not only do you have that Legion command to press the attack, you've got all of Dazzle's nonsense, you've got Darkseer's mech, so this Slark can really get away with playing a little bit crazy.
It's closeout time now, right? Take over this part of the map. Maybe get... Did they have a gem? I feel like I saw a gem at some point. Oh yeah, it's on the courier. Okay, so get this gem rolling. Obviously, when you have a Slark on your team, it's easier to close out vision.
Dusky
it's
the Husky.
What? Oh. For the beaver. The old Bearski, that was it. The Canada Cup one with the hockey stick.
Of course, you have the Canada Cup one, dude.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Just enjoy your ice hockey and craft dinner, man.
What's Husky? What's the Husky from? Is that to be on the summit one?
Yeah, it's one of the earlier summits, I think.
There you go.
I know they have El Gato and Dusky. Either way, going back in, we've got our Legion Commander sitting on 1,700 gold on top of this brand new BKB. She can go in for something a little bit more YOLO now.
Yeah, it could be Deso. Probably wouldn't be the worst side choice. You're pretty free. Just take whatever the hell you want, honestly. Just see how you die next time, or how you don't get a kill next time and go, yeah, I think I'll get that. Like, yeah, if you want a Shadow Blade to catch out the split pushing AM, that's probably the most common item right now for this sort of a utility hero.
Mm-hmm. Now we talked about the Dazzle sitting on the casual cloak, and actually does scale up into a full pipe. We talked about the need for magic resistance, and that's going to help out. And well, it's no longer Poverty Dazzle sitting at, you know, one of the highest net worth supports, or supports on the Radiant side, are still struggling a little bit. You got, oh god, clicked the wrong window. You got AA sitting at only level 11. I mean, found that level 2 ulti, but still nowhere near the next item. Of course, you'd love to have Midas, you'd love to have Aghanims, but he's sitting on that Panic Glimmer Cape and an urn that's not even full.
Yeah, budget AA is sad AA. You have to go down for that 4 staff for that Glimmer Cape, and you just like visions of Aghanim Scepters are just flying away, and you're just like, all right, I'm not going to see them unless this game goes like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's 35 minutes in, and he's sitting on a whopping 90 gold right there. So it's tough.
Well, they survive the Aegis duration. They don't end up losing their racks. You know, big items still being picked up here as the Greaves are now fully finished on Kefka. Got to open up some slots. Allows him to keep his Soul Ring. Next big purchase here. Could buy a Blink Dagger for himself. Could get his own BKB. Could get a Lincoln Sphere. Be a pretty good game to pick that up as well. Radiant scanning, and they only find a Dazzle, sadly.
And he's going to pour it out, not getting too crazy with it. They've got Garter here, who's probably thinking about, I was saying he was thinking about Abyssal, but now with the pickup of the Tally, I mean, is he going in for a big old butterfly here?
It certainly looks like it.
It's a big item. He won't have that up for 5-10 more minutes, but I mean, if he keeps the snowball going, he's fine. He's 10-2-10 right now. Hasn't gotten killed in a long while, so he's got a decent streak going. Now, Legion Commander going to go ahead and pick up the Shadow Blade on top of her Blink. So she wants to get sneaky, probably going to pick up the Silver Edge at some point just to be able to go in and get that break when she starts her initiations.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the new build, man. All our Shadow Blade Faceless Void, Shadow Blade Axes. We got them all. Breaking down the magic shield. And the resistance here from Animage is going to be good. So they'll start stocking him up now. Bones them blinking forward, too. He's actually going to be in trouble. Only Penguin checks damage. There's the illusions. They can find this one with the Blade Mail. And then I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, do you think Kaipi are playing, you know, a little too crazy? Do you think they're not playing crazy enough? Because it seems like they're just losing a little bit of traction at every point in the game. Looks like they're going in for a nice big fight here. They got all their ults up. They got everything going for them. Territory disadvantage, but aside from that, it's all okay. They're going to be dragging back Dazzle. That's really important now. He can't grave. He can't help out his buddies. And come with me. Going to get clipped by that Ice Blast. Is it enough to kill him? I don't know. Now Garter, he's going to be turning on the aggressive. Has that BKB going. Same with the Legion Commander. That's his 10-second BKB charge for the Legion. Garter continuing to move forward. Will get stunned up. They've still got the Bat Rider waiting in the trees. Bone 7 coming in. Has that Mana Void. He'll be moving forward. Pops out the Manta, trying to get as much mana burn as possible. Now you do have Come With Me channeling up that stun. And there's no way to stop it. The Epi just rolling through. They easily get the pick on the Ogre Magi. They're looking for the puck as well. He's able to get a silence off onto Pink Vincheck, but there's nothing else he can do. He's going to try to blink away, but of course it gets canceled immediately after the phase shift. Easy duel. One shot on that puck means now up to 114 damage on our Legion Commander. That was... It looked like the best possible initiation for Kaipi, but they just got herded like sheep.
Yeah, the burrow was pretty nice on the Bat Rider too. Just they couldn't herd them together and get like the Dazzle as well as stanking down right away. But I don't know, Sing Sing did everything he could that fight. He was back there dancing around. Penguin Check made him fully waste out the 10-second BKB. Penguin Check didn't even participate in the rest of the engagement, but of course, still not a very easy victory for them in that kind of an engagement. Now there is, wow, fully completed Abyssal and buyback here for Bone 7. So that's nice. Obviously no Mana Void thrown out. So probably the biggest reason they lost that fight. Couldn't quite find that perfect opportunity, but I like what Kaipi did. I think it was the right maneuver. They know they're going to be out-farmed just the way this game's going. They know they're not going to have any good vision across the entire map because it's Slark and they have a gem on the enemy team. So you have to make some sort of a play like that. And last time, their best fight previously was from getting the Sand King first. Makes a lot of sense. He has great follow-up initiation and plenty of high damage output. So just not quite able to find it this time. He's almost into an Aghanim Scepter on Come With Me.
Oh boy, that's going to be real difficult to deal with. Again, the burrow strikes have already been an issue. Imagine them like 13 times as long. You can sit in the fountain, burrow strike to like the Radiance racks. That's how it works, right? That's how long they made it?
It's pretty much the best thing ever.
Yeah,
we'll just go with that.
Real strong. If your Sand King's in a position where he has the items he needs and is able to afford that luxury scepter, you're in a good place. Now, Smoke might not be so fruitful. The Dire team are getting close. Radiant poking their noses around their jungle, seeing what they can find, but Dire just going to slip back on in. It's going to be Shadow-Bladed Legion getting out once again. Roshan is not going to be up for another minute or so. That's going to be a nice high prize. It looks like Radiant are actually in a really good position to get that. They just got to be there at the right time. Stay in the pit, Bat. You got like 30 seconds. Nope. Okay. Roshan coming back. 15 seconds. We'll see if they're going to wait it out. They've got to know it's going to be close to, it's close to median respawn time. It's not going to be like the latest possible, but
they might as well play here. Like, what else can they do right now?
Yeah.
No one's pushing in top, thankfully for them. So they have some towers they can work on. Keep their eye on Roche, who's now up.
Dire, though, they're moving in. I mean, they've got some good vision.
God.
They have
Bambo
Dazzle.
needs to, like, solo win this game right now.
Bambo.
This needs to be the biggest ice blast of his life.
I believe, dude. You got it, dude. You got those frosticles. Now there's going to be a nice little drag back in the lasso going forward. Looks like the Dazzle's actually going to get stuck down. There is a duel on Bone 7. He's going down fast. Will he live? Oh, no, he does not. He feeds the Legion Commander some more damage. Now Fluff just bailing out. There's going to be a cute little epicenter coming back in. He's going to try to get himself out. He goes in. He tries to TP, but Burrow Strike breaks it up. Fluff dead. 2 heroes down. TP's out from the rest. No one else wants to deal with this. Now Roche is Dire's for the taken.
Yeah, there's so many like one-on-one advantages right now for ProDotA, just from the gold lead, just from the nature of like Slark and Legion Commander, that finding that sort of an engagement outside of somewhere like the pit, like you can see how Kaipi would just love a pit fight right now. Mana Void, the Ice Blast, Bat Rider flying in and out of the thing. So ProDotA wisely not taking the first engagement in there, just duking it out over by the towers, take a bunch of kills, Roche becomes theirs. Game gets closer and closer to being closed out here as they've now just about doubled up the kills from Kaipi.
Yeah, I mean, with this Roche going down, the net worth is going to spiral even further out of control, bringing it over 20,000 in favor of ProDotA. I mean, what's the point of no return here? What's the point where you just got to roll over as Kaipi and say, all right, we tried our best, it's not working out?
Oh, it's Rax. It's more like Megas, honestly. I mean, even then you can keep trying, but one Mana Void can always turn these fights around. You never know if they don't have buyback. Might as well keep playing it out.
Again, it is just Anti-Mage versus the world. He's been farming like a champ. He's actually had a fair amount of deaths. Usually you don't see an Anti-Mage doing this well if he has more than like 2 or 3 deaths. He's got 6 of them, but somehow just still keeping himself relevant in terms of items, in terms of overall net worth. But I mean, your Slark is not far behind, and that's going to be 4 more heroes on ProDotA that you've got to get through.
Now he's gonna try and build into a butterfly of his own. That's it. Fully completed. Yeah. So butterfly versus talisman at this point, and man, they need to dump a ton of magic damage on top of Garter, but he still has. Oh, actually, he's down to the full 5 seconds now.
Yeah,
so at least
I mean,
there's that going for them, right?
You've got the Dazzle with the pipe, though, so even if his BKB is over, it's not this huge magic weakness. We'll see what he's going to be doing here. I mean, he's just having a real fun time. We've been talking so much about the Legion and the need to focus down her because of her dual presence, but we haven't really been paying attention to the Slark, who hasn't died since the laning phase. No, AA Blast just going to sweep on through. Not going to go try to latch onto anything here, but the Dire, I mean, they're wrapping around. They're ready for a fight. They're ready for Kaipi to overextend, to go in for some YOLO plays, but looks like Kaipi aren't biting this time. Going to go back to their base and reset.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird. I don't know if Kamathi thought there'd be like a bunch of damage from a creep wave or something with Caustic, or if he just thought the Legion was closer for a duel. Forced out an Ice Blast, but that won't end up mattering. I'll be able to capitalize on that.
I mean, AA, he's 64 gold, dude. He's just been on full ward bitch duty the entire game. He's been dying a fair amount too. 11 deaths on him, but honestly, he's still level 13. You gotta at least get that level 16 Ice Blast. If you can't afford Ags, just really hardcore focus on levels. And I mean, of course, easier said than done, but it feels like Bambo.
I mean, there are 3 tomes in stock.
Yeah, I mean, he's also sitting on like literally no money.
I mean, come on,
a cute
you can
little
spare
gif.
some money.
Yeah, Bone 7 got like 6K, you know, just maybe helping out a teammate or nah.
I mean, it's not like Fluff's gonna do anything with his 300 gold. Throw some tomes over Bambo's way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so difficult being an AA here because your huge impact is those Ice Blasts, is the potential to go in and stop Slark in his tracks. So we talked about what's the best way to stop Slark. It's, you know, get him low and then disable his Shadow Dance by just going and Ice Blasting him so he can't regen. But of course, if you can't get those Ice Blasts, if they're not powerful enough, if they're not long enough duration, well, then it's really kind of weak against the Slark.
Man, Bone 7 though, he is farming up a storm. just finishes Abyssal with buyback. Now he does have the full Butterfly with buyback. I suppose that is why your supports are so poverty. Bone 7 is sucking up every bit of farm on the map.
Yeah.
Sing Sing's almost into a Scythe of his own, which, again, maybe that could be the item to help them out. There's no Lincoln Spheres still here for the dire side. Oh, it's going to be bots next here, actually, for Kefka. Okay. So he can get his bots, then he can sell his Soul Ring and replace that with something. Maybe a Scythe of his own.
So we're going to have 2 boots, 2 feet.
I guess so.
I love that style of Dota, dude. It's the
I think
best.
you just wear, like, 2 on your hands or something.
Just start galloping on all 4s, dude. That's crazy. That's like a little war intimidation dance. Just imagine seeing a little purple dude charging at you on all 4s. I'd run away.
Do you ever notice that Dexter has hooves? I play a lot of Dexter.
Does he really? I knew he had
does.
like weird
So if you could
club
have, like...
feet. Okay, he does. He has cloven hooves. I learned something today.
So if like
those don't look
what is
practical.
What was our team the other day? Team female archers, wasn't it? Or team archers in general?
I have no
or
idea.
No, they were all female, weren't they?
You're asking the wrong person.
No. We were totally on this. We were on like
Oh
Medusa.
yeah. Medusa. Gotta get
Marana,
Marana in there.
Windranger.
Windrunner. Okay.
And I think we came up with 5 at the end.
Dude,
there
those
was full.
How
So,
does
like-
he balance? His top is so much bigger than his legs. Oh god.
Terrorblade have hooves? No, he just has feet.
Who?
Man, what's up with Terrorblade's feet? By the way, they're just like I don't know.
Stubs.
They're funny looking.
I mean, if we want to talk weird feet, let's just focus in on the fairy dragon.
Does Puck have weird feet?
Fuck has like claw
Oh yeah,
toes.
they're like monkey hands.
Like I feel like you couldn't walk if you needed to. Those just don't
Because
go
that's
the
the
right
benefit
way.
of wings.
Yep. Well, we are on a tangent.
No, this is Paul's Dota. I still need to find Team Hooves.
Team hooves. All right. Does it count if mounts are in there?
No, it has to be like Centaur.
All right. So Centaur, Warrunner, Darkseer.
What about Bristlebacks? Oh, they
He's got,
kind of
like,
look like
paws.
hooves. They're weird. Can't see through his boots.
I mean, CK is a mounted hero. Abaddon? No, he's mounted. Cats don't have hooves, if I remember anatomy correctly.
All right, we lost. No Team Hooves, guys.
It's all over.
There probably is.
I once drafted
some
a
heroes
team.
have weird feet.
It was like 82L or like Reddit League or something real low value in terms of like you can just kind of play weird and get away with it. And our team draft was all blue, no legs.
Makes sense.
And
Yeah.
it was pretty good. We had like Razor, we had Ancient Apparition. I think we had Puck. Either way, he has legs. He doesn't use them. It's pretty fun.
Ricky has hooves.
Ricky does have hooves. Okay. And,
Easy, guys. I was even concerned.
We never found our 5th female archer.
Oh, no, we totally did. I'm sure we ended up with 5.
No, we had 4. I don't know. My Dota hero poster's upstairs. We haven't moved it down to the studio yet.
No, it was Drow,
Drow,
Medusa,
Windrunner,
Marana,
Medusa.
Windranger, and one more. There totally was a 5th. I'm sure of it.
Okay, girl archer. Chat, we need you. In 2 minutes, we're
No,
going to have
I'm
our
just
answer.
looking at the thing. Oh, maybe there isn't.
I mean, Enchantress is spears. Doesn't really
Yeah,
count.
I know we mentioned Enchantress. Maybe that was our 5th and we just went with it. Maybe we cheated.
I think we did. I think we cheated. All right, 1 more minute. Looks like we're going to have to either resume or...
Oh, you know what it was? We just did archers and we counted clinks. That's what it was.
Okay, it was the Bone Man. All right, Clink's a good
Yeah.
sex change. That's all good. All right, we're ready to hop back in after this horrible tangent. If we get fired, we went out strong.
It's okay. There's any way I want to go out. It's talking about Hove Dota heroes.
Oh boy. You know, we never even got into Sky Feet, but that'll have to wait for another day. Garda going in, grabs up that bounty rune. He's now got a ton of money on top of all these, so we think he's waiting for buyback and then going to go finish off that Abyssal Blade. I mean, how do you deal with the Slark at that point? We talked about the AA counter, but at this point he can live through that and he can just turn around and kill everyone in his path.
Yeah, Bone 7 and him are just going to be doing the old like RNG dance. Trying to do a little bit of a bait up top here with Bambo. It's kind of cute. And Bambo's like, sweet, I love this play. I get gold. This is awesome. Of course, he has to hit the last hit, Bambo. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Getting rich.
oh,
Look at this
yeah.
money.
Okay, he got this. One more. Get little melee
Quadrupled
boy.
his net worth.
Nope, he didn't do it. He's going to be running back as there is smartly a smoke gank coming in. There is going to be some dire vision
All right,
over
they're
here.
going to know they're all here, though.
I mean, yep. Bambo. He's not gonna live. I thought he was gonna get out for a brief second, but nice little Mana Void. Gonna force out the Aegis on the Legion Commander. Now you do have your Anti-Mage in a little bit of trouble. Fluff gonna take some of the heat off of Bone 7. Now you've got your everyone dying. Is the moral of the story. Sing Sing gonna go up. Not his Yules, that's gonna be the Sand King's Yules. He's gonna go briefly try to get out of here. Flame Break to buy some time. Puck's actually able to blink back towards his own high ground, but the Burrow Strike to follow up along with the vacuum. He phase shifts out. Is he gonna be able to get out of this one? Okay, he's good. He's all good. Blink back into his fountain.
Oh, that was a pretty decent start. I mean, you trade AA for the Aegis. Not too shabby, but without any buyback, you can't just Ice Blast. Alright.
Celebration
Slight
ulti.
YOLO.
Nah, he's good. It's all great. Come with me. Gonna be dragged out against his will. Has a nice early grave on him from that Dazzle, but could still be in trouble. He's isolated from his team. Bone 7, though, gonna get that stun dropped on him. He's gonna be going in. He does end up dying. They're able to get down the Batrider as well. It's looking like it could be over. Switching over to buyback status. They are few and far between, but if they got him, they spent him. Batrider getting back into the game. Doesn't have his lasso. Anti-Mage, there's going to be no Mana Void. Here we got Yules for days trying to fight on Garter, but of course the Butterfly is so gosh darn obnoxious. They're focusing down the Dazzle here. They are able to get something here. Can they punish the Slark for being so out of position? Nice Burrow Strike coming back in. Come with me.
What a player.
That was a fantastic distraction. Now, he may end up losing his life for this, but he's squiggling away so fast that his Blink's going to be back off cooldown. There's going to be a reinitiation as Slark comes back in, easily kills off the Ogre.
Stacks.
And now they're going back in 40 stacks of Essence Shift. Please relax. All right, going in. There's going to be a duel on Bone 7. It's ambitious. In fact, Ping actually dropping low here. Can they finish it off in time? Duel's going to end. Bone 7 still alive. It looks like he might be able to get out of this one. He's crawling back towards his fountain. He's not going to be going down just yet. Sing Sing buying some more time as there is going to be a 4-staff in. Come with me. Trying to get that Burrow Strike on with his phase shift to buy some time. So it looks like that's going to be the end of the casualties. Die back on the Batrider. A little bit unfortunate, but at least they didn't die back on the AM.
Yeah, it's huge. The Crucifier, I hope there was no buyback.
Bone 7, please relax. God, he goes back in here. He drops everything he's got. Come with me. We'll get sheep sticked up by the puck and finished off by Bone 7, but that's real spooky when you got Garter in the vicinity, just ready to go again. Has his ult up already.
Didn't lose Rax.
Didn't lose Rax, but dieback on the bat's costly there. That's not only a huge portion of his gold, but his buyback's going to be on cooldown for the next couple of moments.
Yeah, that's the most important part, because now they just want to look at the Legion Commander to get pick off on any mage or pick off on bat, and this game is probably over. If they get AM, it's almost certainly over. And now it's going to be a little bit easier to do that with that MKB finished up here from Garter. Wise purchase. I like that he just went straight for that. Didn't bother finishing up the Vanguard into the Abyssal.
Oh, and Enchantress has hooves.
That's true. She is a deer.
Back on track. All right, Garter, he's picked up the MKB and now realizes AM took a step in Slark's footsteps, and they got to somehow get that true strike. And I mean, this Slark is pretty nasty. The only thing you can kind of do is upgrade those power treads into some boots of travels, get him up level 1, level 2. You got the Abyssal ready to go. Could grab up a Moon Shard if you want, but Garter's feeling pretty all right. Anti-Mage somehow still clinging to the top of the net worth chart. His farm is pretty great. Of course, he's got the Battle Fury just there to keep accelerating it into the late game. All of Radiant now crawling around the Dire jungle. There's no vision here from either team, so no one knows what's up. All Dire know is that Radiant have left the map, and they're not necessarily spooked. They're just trying to anticipate where the next fight is going to be going down.
There's actually no buyback on the Legion or the Slark.
All right, so if they get those guys down, that's great. But, of course, easier said than done. The Legion, I mean, that's a bit more doable as she doesn't have any huge resources.
Because they have a
to
gem now,
in.
too, right? Oh,
Yeah.
did they not bring it?
They don't think
No, yeah, it's on the bat. Yeah, they brought it. Because
Okay.
I saw the Sand King dropped it.
All right. It's all,
Like, if Legion actually scouts solo, that would be something else.
yeah, I mean, if they...
Dire scan. Didn't catch anyone.
Oh, will it? Will it? Ogre's moving in. No, Fluff not going to be in range of that one. They've got Garter crawling through. Bambo might be top of the priority list. He's huddling into the trees as hard as he can go. He's going to get picked off of the back lines by that Sand King. But over here, we've got Garter. There's going to be Abyssals for days. They're all dropping in. Ping is able to go get a killing spree off by killing out the Ancient Apparition. It was a dual victory as well. Now there's going to be that puck coming back in. Sing Sing dropped down, picked off. 2 heroes dead on Kaipi. The rest scattering, running away, TPing out. So even though Kaipi were set to take that fight on their own terms, They still ended up dropping it. Now Bone 7 coming in deep, doesn't realize what he's up against. Gonna pop the Manta here. There's gonna be a pounce in from the Slark. They're gonna be trying to go in, but the stun, the blink away. Somehow it looks like AM might get out of this. He's just barely alive. The Burrow Strike coming in does get the pick onto the Anti-Mage. He's got no buyback. He bought out. There's nothing he can do. Puck buys back. There's a gem on the deck, but the tier 3s are going down. The GG is called out. Kaipi tap out. Looking to go towards game number 2 with a fresh start.
Honestly, that game was surprisingly close right to the end there with that initiation coming. If there was like one observer sentry down and they get a quick pick on that Legion and that Slark, that could have ended pretty disastrously for ProDotA. But overall, well-controlled game. Good itemization. Really cool mid lane pick there with the Legion Commander. So what ended up happening into like our mid game? How did we snowball to a position where it was just Anti-Mage being followed around by 4 heroes, right? In the end, it just came down to a good matchups being picked by both sides. I think it was smart to have the Darkseer counter-picked with the AM. Made sense. It allowed some rotations from Fluff. A little bit harder to pressure someone like Pingvincheck when he's constantly bottle crowing. Sing Sing not able to put that damage down. And then the match up top, the Slark into the Bat Rider and whatnot. If they were able to pressure Garter maybe a bit more right off the bat and just like committed Fluff up top or maybe had a better roaming position 4, things could have worked out perhaps better for Kaipi and allowed the 3-3 to do a little bit better. But overall, I think ProDotA, pretty cool draft, the Sand King and Darkseer. Maybe a little bit of a mix-up play there, throwing in the position 4 without the best setup position 5 from the Dazzle. And it's kind of cool to see Dazzle and Legion on the same team, right? Because it used to be one of those big counters where you would grave the person being dueled. But of course, if you have the Legion on your team, you just give her the old grave, make things good.
All right, so that's going to do it for game number 1. Again, this is a best of 2 series to determine positioning within Group B. Right now, we are all tied up. Every team has tied every best of 2 series. So ProDotA, if they end up taking this 2-0, they will immediately seed themselves at the top of the group. Definitely something they're looking forward to here, as this is going to be the last day that Kaipi and ProDotA play. So sit tight, guys. We're coming at you with game number 2 in just a couple of minutes.